Hey Beasley, today we're going to be asking you some questions about your childhood video games.
Whatever. My son's such a troubled teen. He can only play Blob Runner, but I don't even want him playing Blob Runner.
So, what did you grow up on?
Growing up, I was only allowed Nintendo games. I owned a Game Boy with Donkey Kong Land and all the classics. I also owned a Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and a DS, but that's when I was more older, so I was more civilized then. But I had an NES, SNES, and N64, and GameCube, and a Wii. Only a Wii, though. Only a Wii, bro. I got that Wii, though. Yeah, I got that Wii, though. Yeah. But that's the truth. That's what happened. There's a cat there. He really wants my attention. That's my childhood. Okay, Cole. Tell us about your childhood games.
I grew up solely on PlayStation. I was rich enough to buy every console. The Wonder Swan, the Neo Geo Pocket and its color version, and several other unknown games like that Duck one and the TurboGrafx 16 portable. But I grew up on PlayStation. The PlayStation 1 was my first console. Then I got the PlayStation 2. Then I got the PSP and then the PS3. It was a great time. Glad time to be alive. But nonetheless, I don't play too many games anymore. So, that's my story.
Alright then, tell us about your child experience gaming.
Well, as a kid, I grew up on solely Sega. I owned the Sega Master System and the things that came before it. They were my father's beforehand. Then I owned a Sega Genesis. Greatest console of all time in my opinion. I mean, it was a blessing and a privilege to really own. Then I owned a Sega Nomad and a Game Gear. I actually owned both Game Gear versions, the one by Mattel and the other one, the original. Then I had a Sega Saturn, and then I had a Dreamcast, and then they quit making consoles because they failed. So I had to make the choice of... My parents only limited me to Sega, so, I mean, they said I could get a GameCube and only play Sonic games, but I said no. I'm loyal to Sega, so yeah, haven't played games since.
Okay, Guadalupe, tell us your part of your history of gaming.
Well, I grew up on solely Xbox, which is weird, because, growing up, we only made one figure a year, so the maximum we got was $9 a year. And because of that, we couldn't really afford games, yet alone a freaking console, so we had to grubbage through the trash can, and we found an original Xbox 360, 2, and then, basically, and then that's where they found my green card, so hopefully that doesn't get taken away. I mean, it's not the real green card, but it's just enough for the United States government to not know. Probably shouldn't have said that.
Okay, let's rate all of them. Alright, everybody, so the verdict has been made. Guadalupe is the last because he stole his device. I did not steal my device, I just found it from a freaking garage sale or something. Then, coming in third place, we have Danny. Oh, it's not surprising, what can I say? Then, coming in second place is Beasley. You troubled potato. Then, coming at first place is the Cola Official.
I knew I was gonna win. I just knew it. I just had that feeling in my gut.
Well, that's the winner, and you shouldn't have said that, Guadalupe, because the United States government is coming for you. Thank you all for watching.